Hey guys, it's Marco, and I'm back here with just another update about my sixth and final cycle. So I'm done with all of my cycles and main treatment. So in today's video, I just wanted to briefly talk about how I'm doing, now that this last cycle is done, and some good news that I wanted to share with you, which I'm pretty happy about, and some reflections I've had now that I'm done with all of this whole treatment, and then also what's coming up for me, what I'm looking forward to in the near future. So before we get into it, if you could like this video and also subscribe to my channel, and if you could also hit that notification bell so that you know when my latest video comes out. All right, so I do appreciate that. Now, as far as like all of my cycles combined, I think it's as a whole it's been okay. A lot of ups and downs, but I was able to do it with the help of the people around me. As far as this last cycle goes, I can say that this is probably the roughest post-cycle recovery I've had as of yet. So this one was kind of like the hardest to get over, to be honest, but I'm okay now. I'm back home. But what happened was I was actually admitted to the hospital for almost a week after I finished this last cycle. The couple of things that happened to me were, first of all, the anemia, which is when you get low hemoglobin levels, and then the neutropenic fever is when your neutrophils crash. Basically, they go down and then you get a fever as a result. So I'm gonna add a link in the description below this video if you want to know more about what a neutropenic fever is and what are neutrophils in the first place. But basically, neutrophils are important, especially for someone going through chemotherapy. They're a marker of your immunity. So my hematologist, my doctor Wendy, she keeps a close eye on my neutrophil levels, and that would tell her whether I'm doing well or not, how I'm responding to the treatment. But basically, what happened was that after cycle 6, my hemoglobin levels went down, so I needed another blood transfusion, which I've done in the past. In the past few cycles, my hemoglobin would go down, and I'd need a couple of packs or units of blood is what they call it. And after that was done, I got a fever shortly after, so I had to stay in the hospital longer. Actually, I had like a 2-day break in between the anemia and the fever, so I was in the hospital for a few days for the anemia, and then went home a couple of days, and then went back in when I got a fever. And it was kind of a stubborn fever, like my neutrophils were 0, which is not a good thing, and so they kept me in the hospital and gave me some antibiotics just to keep me steady throughout the whole thing, and keep my immunity up, basically. So I had to stay for a few more days to get over the fever. It was kind of like a bit persistent because I was like 38 degrees Celsius for a few days, but now I'm okay. I've gone home already, as you can see, and now I'm back home. So yeah, basically the other thing I wanted to talk about was wrapping up all of my cycles. So I'm done with like the main treatment. So first of all, it does feel like I'm over the hardest part. I've got that out of the way now. So the pressure is a little bit off now, and that is a relief to me, of course. And also the good news is that I wanted to share with you is that my hair started to grow back, as you can see here. My eyebrows have started to come back in, and I've got a mustache going on here, and my sideburns are coming in as well. So that's a good thing, because during the last half of my cycle, my eyebrows literally like fall off in my sleep, and I'd wake up and half of it was gone. So they are coming back in nicely, and I'm happy about that. So going back to looking at the whole treatment cycle, how it started versus how it's going, like I've talked about before. Like at first, it was very terrifying for me, and a lot of times I was flying in the dark, and it felt like I was just in a lot of uncharted territory. There's a lot of uncertainty walking into this new sort of like chapter in my life. And gradually, though, it did get better for me. As you can see, I've gone through all 6 cycles, and I eventually got used to the new normal, even if the new normal would change every cycle. But I just held on, and with the help of my faith in God and in the people around me, the people who took care of me, they gave me the strength to keep going on and just to get through all the treatment cycles. So now that I'm done with all of that, I'm excited for what's in store for me in the future. So saying that, I also have to say that there are a lot of things I'm grateful for. Like, first of all, my wife who took care of me during this whole ordeal, and my kids who were with me the whole time and they supported me. So that really took the edge off for me as well. And of course, the doctors and the nurses and the other people from the healthcare system who helped me through this very scary time in my life. So all of them really collectively they're very professional and they did their jobs well. So I'm very grateful for that. And because of that, I'm still here and I'm doing well. And like I said, I went into the cycle 6 in my last video, the pre-cycle 6 video. I did mention that this whole experience taught me to cultivate a greater sense of gratitude, and counting your blessings is something that I really stood by the whole time. And I know that it sounds cliche, but there is a good reason why it's such a well-known expression and why people use it all the time, because during my worst days, gratitude was what really kept me going. Even when I felt like there was nothing in the tank, I just felt like I was just down on my feet, and I felt really terrible at the time. So really, that sense of gratitude is what kept me going. And I think even for anyone going through any sort of tough time in their life, cancer or not, gratitude is really like what stands in the way of falling off the edge and holding on, I think. So yeah, I mean, that's really something that I've learned to cultivate over the past few months, and I will continue to cultivate going into the future. So speaking of which, I am also excited for what's up ahead. Now, I do have a couple of smaller treatments coming up soon, which is it's for another type of drug, not the ones that I've already had. This is like something else called methotrexate. So it's only a shorter one, which isn't as intense as my main treatment, and it's only to make sure that my brain and my nervous system is safe. So I'm going to be talking about that in another video, so watch out for that soon. So remember to hit that notification bell so that you get a heads up when any new video I have comes out. All right, so other things that I'm looking forward to is, of course, it's the holidays now, so I am looking forward to spending Christmas with my wife and my kids. And it's just a gift for like just hanging out with them is a gift in itself, is what I mean. And I'm saying that because at one point during this whole process, it's actually during the beginning, I was worried that I wouldn't make it to Christmas. Like I said, in the beginning, I was really scared and I was really flooded with a lot of what if thoughts. So looking back to that time and to this time now, I am happy that I'm still around and that I can enjoy the holidays and enjoy life with my family. So, I mean, I'm just looking forward to 2022. No matter what your situation in life is, I think that we can all agree that the last couple of years have been very chaotic. So I'm really hoping that things will calm down for us, for you watching this video, my friends, my family, and just everyone around the world, because it's been rough for all of us, I think, in varying degrees. And I'm just looking forward to things just getting a little bit less crazy. And personally, I am looking forward to seeing my kids grow up and just watch them, chase after their dreams, because I do have two very gifted and brilliant boys, and I'm really grateful for them. So it does make me proud as a dad just to see them, do their thing and lean into their strengths, because they're quite talented. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do this coming year. And I'm also looking forward to growing this channel with my wife, who's been working behind the scenes to get this, my lymphoma channel up and running. So I really am looking forward to, seeing where this channel goes in the future. And I'm looking forward to really just creating more content for you guys. And I hope that it does serve as a source of inspiration and information and hope for you. And I hope that you keep watching. So I really am grateful that you've taken the time today to just, watch my videos and listen to my story and be part of my journey. So if you do have any thoughts or anything that you'd like to share, please post them in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet to get more videos from me. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, that's basically everything that's been going on with me so far. But I'm going to be busy recording more videos and content for you in the future. So I'll talk to you soon. And thank you for watching. Take care for now, and bye.